Hello, dear friends. Welcome to this program, Our Moments with God, our moments with the Word of God, our moments with the love, mercy, and compassion of God. Yes, here is the divine mercy picture given to Saint Faustina, and our moments also with the holy ones of God, the saints of God, our moments also with ourselves. And I invite you also to be co-proclaimers with me of the Word of God by simply sharing the videos with others and asking your friends and relatives to subscribe, to like, press the like button, and also please write sometimes some comments so that the algorithms automatically distribute the video to more people. Thank you very much for your help and for you being co-missionaries or co-proclaimers with me. These days, our first reading for the Masses is being from the book of Samuel, and it is progressing very beautifully. Every day there is something beautiful. Yesterday there was this sentence in the Bible that God sees differently, not as man sees. Man sees only through the eyes, or God sees the heart. That's something, a great truth that we must never forget. And today the story goes further when David and the famous Philistine, they both come face to face with each other. David, who is only a young boy, this is a story that we learned as children in our catechism, and this was such a fascinating story always, and remains fascinating even now, but for different reasons. That time our fascination was more, how could a little boy fight such a giant like the Philistine, who was a trained soldier for many years, and David, who was just a boy, who was a shepherd and had only his sling with stones. And right enough, the Philistine tells him, "What do you think? You think I am a dog that you come with your sling to fight me? I will see to it that your flesh will be eaten by birds and the animals." And there comes the beautiful answer of David, and which was not just an answer. It was his confidence in God's power, of course, God's mercy, which we see here as represented in the divine mercy picture behind me, but God's love, God's protection, and man's trust in God, which often is the case with us, that sometimes our faith, shakes a bit, our confidence in God goes down in moments of darkness, or in moments of doubts, or in moments when we are sad, or some untoward incident happens in our life. Yeah, David could also have got frightened, and especially when he challenged him, "What do you think, you come to fight a dog?" David could have got also moved. And this Philistine man, his name is not mentioned, but he is representing the whole Philistine army. He is the captain. And David says, "You come with your sword and with your shield and all that to fight me. But I come in the name of the Lord, in the name of the God of Israel and the whole army of Israel's. I come alone in his name." And then, of course, even David almost insults him by using the same language that the Philistine captain had used for David. So David also retorts him in the same way by saying, "You will see that on this very day, I will kill you and throw your flesh to the birds of the air," etc. And then, of course, the whole army is ready, and David goes with his sling. And as the Philistine approaches him, he takes out his sling with the 5 stones that he had brought, but he doesn't even need all those 5 stones. He just puts 1 stone in his sling, and because he was a shepherd, he was familiar, or rather an expert in this throwing with the stone with the sling, that he hits exactly the head of the Philistine, and so hard that power of that sling was that the stone goes and gets stuck in his head, and he falls on the ground on his head down. And then David goes and runs and stands on his body, takes out the same sword which the Philistine was carrying, because David had no sword. And then he kills him, and this is more of symbol. But what fascinates me is not now anymore this little boy and the Philistine. That's when we were children, that fascinated us. But today, what fascinates me, or what makes me wonder and joyful, actually, happy, that David speaks what is also in my heart, that we come in the name of the Lord. And particularly these days in India, so much is happening against Christians by the VHP, RSS, and Bajrang Dal. They are attacking people. They think that they are in power, they are have might. But if we can use the words of David and stand our ground and say, you come with your power of majoritarianism, with more number and the power of the government, the BJP is in power, you come in that, but we come and stand in the name of the Lord, and it is the Lord who will protect us. I'm sure we can fight these people also in the name of the Lord. And my dear friends, if you like, you may please subscribe to this channel. Thank you.